Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a really nice day. And today we are going to be talking about something that has been like a hot question for me since I got a job at TD Bank. And so many of my friends, so many people have been asking me, how did you get it as an international student and working part time? How did you get a job at TD Bank? Now, TD is one of the renowned banks in Canada, and getting a bank job as a student is deemed difficult, and that is why so many people have questions regarding how I got it. And in this video we are going to be talking about how you can get a job at TD as well, or any other bank, or to be honest, any bank, any institution you focus on, you can get a job there using the tips that I'm going to give you in this video. These are the things that I followed, and this is what I liked and this is what worked for me. So I hope this works for you as well. So let's get right into the video and let's get started. So the first thing that I actually did was regularly check their career website. So for example, whatever job I wanted, I actually used to create alerts for those on LinkedIn, on Indeed, on Glassdoor, and also make sure to go to the corporate. So if it's a corporate business and they have like their own website, their own careers website, try to go there and apply instead of applying through LinkedIn, because recently found out that if you actually apply through Indeed or LinkedIn, there's double filtering that goes on. So first Indeed sorts resumes and then the company sorts resumes. So there is a high possibility that your resume might not even reach the company. So try to find out if they have like a careers website of their own. Like for TD, they have their own website, and I went to their website and I applied there. You can also go to the search bar and type in the position you're looking to get a job for, and then apply to all of the listings that you find is good for you. After that, work on your cover letter. Now, when I applied, and always I say this, like if you are applying to like a big organization or if you're applying to a big business, always add a cover letter along with your resume. So when I made a cover letter, what are the things that I kept in mind? So the first thing that I actually kept in mind was that in the cover letter itself, I described what it is that I want, and I accurately described that this is the position that I'm looking for, and this is why I am the best fit. These are some things that you have to cover in your cover letter. So you have to write why you want to work for the organization. So for me, what some things that I covered was why I wanted to work for TD, why I wanted to get a job at this position, what was the position I was looking for, and then I also wrote why I am the best suitable candidate for this position. Always try to show genuine interest and passion towards the position you are working in or the industry that you are working in. Like for me, when I was writing my cover letter for TD, I wrote there that I had a genuine passion for finance and markets, and I'd always been, and add some authenticity, add some realism to it. And like because I as a person, like when I was 17 or 18, I started looking at investing, stock markets, and how do banks work and stuff like that. So I mentioned that in my cover letter. I so add something that shows that you have real interest. So I wrote that, okay, this is my course, I study business administration, but also I am really interested in finance, and since I was a child I used to monitor the markets. Even now I like to stay up to date with the current financial changes, and I really want to embrace this quality that I have, and so I really want to work in an industry that is closely related to the financial sector. Also, you have to mention again, like why are you the best candidate for this and stuff like that. I'll add a sample to the cover letter in one of my next videos, or you know what, better yet, if you guys want me to make a separate video on how to draft a cover letter, I can do that. So mention it in the comments if you guys would like me to have a sample video of how to draft a cover letter. There I will also attach the real cover letters that I have used for positions that I have applied in, right? Third thing to keep in mind is to prepare well for all the selection rounds. So for TD, the first selection, so firstly they would look at your resume, and if they think that you are a good fit for the position, then normally they would give you like an email, which would be like a 30-40 minute questionnaire. Now in this questionnaire, what you would do is that you would have to fill out certain things. They would, so the questions would be around your personality, like what are some traits that you have and stuff like that. And be real, guys, be please be genuine in these, because if you're not genuine and you just like think what would be the best for this role and that's how you reply to those answers, it might be that you get selected, but then because your actual personality is not what you represented, you might not actually enjoy the job. So try to be honest here. And I have tried to do this like for the organizations that I applied in. Sometimes I would think, okay, for this position, they would obviously want someone who's very extroverted, but I am not that extroverted. So maybe I'll just showcase that I'm like very extroverted. And all those times, nothing has ever worked out. So be real, be genuine. And so, yeah, so in the 30-40 minute questionnaire, there would be questions around your personality, the traits that you have. I don't remember exactly if they had I don't remember exactly if they did this, but I think they did. So what happened was, I think I might get this mixed up. I'm not sure if TD does this, but I think it does. So I'm just gonna mention it. So in the questionnaire, I think they gave us a situation, like a scenario of of some customer who had a problem, and then they gave us options to choose on how would you solve this problem. And also on basis of that they would select people. Also, I think there was a typing test in there where they gave you like a paragraph, like 3-4 lines, and they asked you to type this. And I think they were trying to see how fast you are with typing, because when you are a CSR or when you work in a bank or even at the front, even at the back, you need efficiency, you need good typing speed as well. So I think I did that as well. So yeah, I think for TD there was personality trait questions in there. There were customer related questions in there, and there would be a whole scenario. So they would give you some knowledge about the products, and then you would have to answer these questions. So make sure to be well prepared for these. After that, if you get selected here, they will give you a phone call. There'll be a telephone interview. In the telephone interview, they're gonna ask you basic questions about what is your work experience. Nothing extraordinary, nothing fancy. They'll just ask you what was your work experience, what was your educational background, what are your strengths and your weaknesses, why do you want to work for TD, and what is your availability. So once you get through all these stages, they'll give an email where you would have the final interview round. Now this is a very crucial deciding point for you, because you will be interviewed by 2 to 3 hiring managers. They would normally be branch managers or they'll be hiring managers, and then they would ask you different questions. And be very well prepared for this round, because they would be asking you so many questions about your work experience, especially the work experience that you show in Canada. And make sure to reply to these questions in a way that is very, that showcases that you are smart, you are witty, and you know what you're talking about, right? So be very well prepared. Some tips that I have to prepare for this interview would be that you can actually go to Google. This is what I did. So I went to Google and I wrote, just write TD interview questions and then your position. So for example, if you are applying as a PBA, just write TD interview questions for personal banking associate. And the first page that shows up on Google, try to like find the answers to all the websites that appear on the first web page. That's what I did. I went through every link there that was which had TD questions, and I tried to answer them myself, so that I know what are some things that they're gonna like ask me. So there are different websites on Google. There would be glassdoor.ca. They have different questions. Even Indeed has different questions that candidates write that they have been asked. Even there are other websites. I found this one website, I don't remember the name, but it was on the first page itself. It was like a whole questionnaire, like a question paper sort of a thing, like a document, word doc, where all the questions were there. And then like below there was like suitable answers for the questions. So just go through everything and prepare well, because it's a very important thing to do, because in the interview you would have to put your best foot forward. So prepare well for this. Also, something else that you can do is that you can do role play. So once you have prepared all the answers to the questions, you can give some questions to your friends, to your family, or anyone, and just ask them to act as your interview and ask you questions, and then like get constructive feedback from them, what you can improve, what you cannot improve, and make sure to do this with someone who genuinely has your best interests at heart and is not someone who just sugarcoat things for you. Do this maybe with your like close friends or best friends or family members, so that they can give you the best advice and they will not be hesitant to give you correct feedback, right? Now, phew, I think that's it. The last point is apply to a lot of positions and don't give up. When I was applying for TD, I had applied for 10 positions in the same, so like I was applying as a customer experience associate, and in there I just like wrote the position, and I applied to so many locations in Toronto, even in Markham, because I was not thinking of the commute. I just wanted a great job, and so I was applying to so many positions. I applied to 10 or 15 positions, and I was called back for one of them. And don't so the gist is, don't give up. You will be you will always be fit for something, and if you just give up and don't try anything, you already lost instead of trying a lot. So yeah, don't lose hope. Wake up every day, apply every day, and for sure one day you're gonna get the job that you deserve. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope everyone is having a really nice day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to write it in the comments below, and I'd be happy to help you guys. Have a nice day. Take care.